What's up in happy mental push-up Monday, baby? We here. If this is your first time joining, my name is Andrea Fitzgerald. I'm an author, speaker, an educator, and also a person really obsessed with personal growth and development. So each week we get in the gym and we do our mental push-ups because the most challenging and rewarding work that we will ever do is on ourselves. So today we are going to talk about put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. And this was inspired by my favorite NBA team, my Memphis Grizzlies. So if you saw the series, we won game 2. And after that game, Dillon Brooks, he said,
I would say maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care, he's old. You know what I mean? I was waiting for that. I was expecting him to do that game 4, game 5. He wanted to say something when I got my 4th foul. Should have been saying that earlier on. But, you know, I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.
You know what, y'all? LeBron gave us 40. He gave us 40 when he had 20 points and 20 rebounds. 20 plus 20, I'm a math person, that's 40. And then they gave us 40 on game 6 when they beat us by 40. And so this is not to crap on Dillon Brooks. I mean, there is nothing wrong with being confident. I do not knock that. Or let me say that, and our actions have to match what it is that we're saying. And so essentially what it came down to, my Grizzlies DB was incongruent. Because he was saying one thing, but the results were not matching. And as I thought about this, like I said, this is not the crap on Dillon Brooks. We can all learn from this. I was like, oh, I can see myself in that because I do that to myself. I say things, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I don't do it. And so in a way, I'm being incongruent, you know, and we can all take a lesson from our Memphis Grizzlies. That at the end of the day, it comes down to results and it comes down to action. And they didn't match up. So I want to share a few tips around put up or shut up. Number 1, we know the thing that we need to do to take us to the next level. Like, we know it. It's no secret. You know, me and my sister were talking about this past week. If information was what it took to be successful, oh my gosh, we'd all be rich. We've got ChatGPT, we got Google, we got all these different things. But at the end of the day, it comes down to actions. Actions is what produces results. Because there's so much information now, yet the success, it's not a lot of people. Sometimes we don't take action. And I know I can definitely be one of them. So I want you to think about, what is that thing that you know you need to do? Like, you've been talking about this thing for months. You've been talking about it for weeks. You like, ooh, I need to do this. But you keep putting it off or whatever it is. I know for me, y'all, it's sugar. Man, I love me some sweets. I'm talking about, ooh, I love me sweets. I know I need to stop eating sugar. I know I need to stop eating it, but I was like, I love it, you know? And so that's the thing for me. Eventually, I want to get to a point where I don't eat sugar whatsoever. And it was confirmation when I was out of town. This guy said, he said, you know what? He said, it wasn't even being vegan is what got me here. He said, I just stopped eating sugar. And he's like, change the game for me. And so I know that's what I need to do to be healthy. All right, so I want you to think about what that thing is for you. Number 2, oftentimes when we are feeling a way about something, like, oh, I wish I would have did this, it's because our actions are not matching up with who we know we are on the inside, right? Because we're incongruent. So I'm imagining that Dillon Brooks was like, man, I know I can make a shot. I know I can make a 3. I know I can stop LeBron. And it wasn't playing out on the basketball floor, you know. And so the same thing is true, or it can be similar for us as well. Like, I know that I am healthy. I know I'm a physically fit person. And when I was not exercising or eating all the stuff in the refrigerator, then I was like, it wasn't matching up. So what happens sometimes when we're in misalignment, like, we start to feel a certain way about ourselves. But it's the feeling is that we are misaligned. Like, this is who I am, and my actions are not matching who I know I am. And so just keeping that in mind, oftentimes when that feeling that comes up, it's about misalignment, incongruence. Well, how do we change that narrative? How do we change that feeling that comes up? We gain confidence and trust with ourselves by doing the thing that we said in number 1 that we know we need to do. When we do the thing, not only does it build confidence in ourselves, but it builds trust with ourselves and others, because we are honoring the commitments that we are making to ourselves. That's how we get confident. I think I talked about it a few weeks ago. Sometimes we think it's this massive thing, but it's really like, do what you say you're going to do. That's how you get confident, because then the actions and the words, they match up. At least number 4, let your actions do the talking, because actions, they truly speak, right? I think that's something that I'm learning. I think I read in a study one time, they said that when you talk about something, it's just like you did it, and so you may not take action because it's just like you did it. And I am an idea person. Like, I am creative. I am always coming up with ideas, but just like when I talk about it over and over and over, it's just like as if I did it. Our mind has tricked ourselves into, oh, I've actually done it. It's not. Got to do the thing, right? Because you know how they always say actions speak. They truly do. So just get to it, which leads to number 5, shut up and get to work. That's right, shut up and get to work. I hate to say shut up, but yes, let's get to work, y'all. I remember I was in this coaching group, and Coach Ficklin, that's what he said. He said, listen guys, shut up and get to work. He said, you're asking all the questions. He said, just do it. Seriously, like, just get out there and do it. You're going to figure out what you need to do. But I want to give you just some guiding questions as we think about, like, what does the shut up and get to work actually look like? Because it's one thing to be like, oh, I know what I need to do, but how do I do it? Well, one thing I would say is, as we talked about, identify the thing that you are trying to accomplish, like we talked about in number 1. And then think about number 2, what are those obstacles that are getting in the way of me actually doing this thing? Like, what is that? What's happening here? Like, I know for my sugar, my obstacles are, if it's in the house, I'm gonna eat it. I can't bring it in. I can't be around it. I love me some sugar, baby. I love it. Last thing is, what is one small thing I can do to correct that? Just one small thing. When I first started my journey to getting healthy, it was not about even going to the gym. It was not even about foods. The only thing that I committed to is 76 ounces of water a day. That's it. Nothing else. I wasn't focused on anything. That's the small thing I did. And I noticed that I felt better. I said, oh, I'm becoming healthy. I'm becoming healthy. I'm noticing my skin, how it feels. I'm noticing certain things about myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a little bit more energy. I'm not eating as much. And so one small thing, that's it. It's not about changing it all in one day. What is that one small thing I can do to work towards a thing that I said I wanted to do for myself and take myself to the next level? So in closing, I'll close out with this. There was a quote I heard one time from Kiki. Shout out to you. This quote she said she was talking to our team. I think we had just lost a game or something like that, and she said, you may think your thoughts are secret, but they're not, because they come out in your actions. And I still remember that quote to this day, because essentially what she was saying is that our actions reflect what we really think and what's really true for us. And I remember when I was in relationship school, and I remember I used to tell Christine all the time, be like, oh my gosh, you're so important to me. I want to spend time with you. But my actions, when I looked at my values and how I spent my time was straight on my business. I didn't do anything else. All I did was work on my business. All I did was work all the time. I think I had a job where I worked all the time, and on top of that I was trying to run a business, and so I didn't really have a lot of time for her. I didn't spend a lot of time with her because I was so focused on other things. And so now I think my time is a little bit more reflective of, this is important to me. I'm going to spend time here. And so our actions, we can say stuff all day, and that's fantastic, but a lot of times our actions are telling the story of what's really true for us. The question I have for you is, What are your actions saying about you? What are your actions? What message are you communicating? Are you doing the thing that you said that you want to do to take you to the next level? So I challenge you this week, shut up and get to work. Put up or shut up. Thank you all for tuning in. Get out there this week and do those mental push-ups. If this video added some value, share, subscribe, like, all of that. And what I want you to do, I want you to drop in the comments, what is that one small thing that you're going to commit to this week to take yourself to the next level? No more talking about it. Let's do it. Let's do it together. I'm gonna start my sugar journey. Let's do it together. So again, thank you all for tuning in. As I always say, be bold, be brave, and most importantly, friends, be you. And I'm out.